Hey there, this is Marisa with Marisa Moments. So here's the thing, right? It's I don't know if it's a divinity tip, message from the universe or what, right? But so take it as it resonates. But here's the thing, right? So we start working on these different projects. We start we receive these ideas, right? Oh, this is a reading. You receive all of these ideas and these visions and goals and things like that. And it's like, well, how do I get there? Right? Because maybe you're seeing the end result and then there's a complete blur of that space that's in between from where you are now versus that potential end result, right? But what I receive is like, you literally just have to jump. You just have to jump and just try. Right. So true story. I'm actually working on a new project that in Jesus' name will be ready for release in the near future. And as I'm working on this project, I'm like, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I'm just giving it a go. Every time I receive some more downloaded information, I just kind of incorporate it into whatever it is that I'm doing and working on. I try my best to stay focused, and I'm more so than anything else trying my best to remain positive regardless of the results that I receive. Now that's your reading. What are words? Anyway, that's your reading. That's your download. That's your lesson. You have to stay positive regardless of the results, because when it's perceivably negative, then that's an opportunity to grow and shift in accordance with your new results, right? You've tried something. It's an experiment. You did your control group. You have your hypothesis, hypothesis. I was going to say hypnosis. Maybe you have something to do with hypnosis, but you have your hypothesis in place and then you start working and things just kind of go the exact opposite of what you were anticipating, right? Instead of kind of trashing the whole thing, you just make subtle changes. And then you're happy with that result. Even though it's perceivably a failure, it's still pointing you in a better direction than had you not even started in the first place. So what is this reading telling you? Well, it's telling you that you need to just get started. You need to get started. So that's why you keep picking up these algorithms of anything that you think of and talk about. And that's why it seems like it's coming to fruition through everybody else. And then you're left standing there saying, hey, I thought of that first. I came up with that. I've actually been doing that. But had you actually taken the steps forward to make it a reality, a tangible reality, and then put yourself out there without the fear of failure or fear of judgment, then you would have been so much farther than where you are. And you wouldn't necessarily be talking about, I could have done that. Instead, you would be doing that, right? It's easy to judge. It's easy to talk about something that you came up with first when you don't put the work behind the thoughts. Now, this is definitely an ancestor reading because they're coming in like pulling no punches. And it's just as much for me as it is for you. You just have to get going. Now, when I'm talking about the project that I'm working on, it doesn't feel comfortable to live in a land of uncertainty. But what feels even worse is doing the exact same things and having that potential, that carrot dangle in front of your face and wonder, if I would have taken that first step, maybe I would have been able to reach the promise, the dreams, the manifestations, the goals that were placed not only in my heart, but in my mind, right? So get started. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You're going to get there eventually. And if you don't get there, that means that was never your destination in the first place. That means it was just put out there so that way you could get started and start moving in the proper direction. And so that way the universe could take it from there and shift you to where you were actually meant to be. And that's it. Get started.
And if this message resonates, then that means it's for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening and watching, and I wish you the best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace and happy healing.